In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down a mini scheme out of nickel double mug. I'm going to be breaking down 3 different plays. First, in practice mode, showing you guys some different setups and blitzes and whatnot. And then we're going to be taking everything we talked about in practice mode and applying it online into a cut head-to-head game where I can display just how good this defense really is. If you guys are enjoying all of the free content from ebooks, blitzes, plays, and whatnot, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss anything in the future. Like this video and comment down below what you guys want to see next. Let's hop straight into the video. Alright fellas, so let's hop straight into this. The formation we're going to be covering today is going to be double mug. There are different double mugs in the game, so don't worry too much if you have a different one like 2-4 or just a standard double mug. This is 3-3 double mug for the most part. They're all pretty much the same. We're going to be talking about 3 different plays today. 1 zone coverage, 1 man coverage, and then different pressure looks out of mid blitz. And then obviously we're going to hop into a head-to-head game where I kind of display the different adjustments that I'm making and just how effective these plays really are. I do want to touch on the settings before I do hop into the first defense we're going to talk about. Read key, conservative, pitch keys, aggressive. These 2 RPO keys, they're going to both be on conservative. And then for the zone drops, I'm mixing up these throughout the game because the main defense I'm going to be calling you guys are going to see is going to be cover 2. And mixing up these zone drops really changes the way that the defense behaves and kind of acts. And we kind of want to play at that definitely for sure. So for zone drops, for the flats, I'm putting this on 10 by default. And then hooks, I'm putting this on 5. And I'm going to show you guys why in a second. So we just changed our zone drops. We're going to be hopping into Tampa 2. You can also call this invert as well if you kind of just want to mix up the look. But standard Tampa 2 for the most part, it's all going to be the same. And then we're going to hop into a random play here on offense. This is what the defense looks like stock after you change your zone drops. You see how close to the line of scrimmage your hook curls are and how deep your flats are. So by default, I am spreading my linebackers. It just gives you a lot better coverage flexibility, like positioning wise. These players are in a much better position to make a play on the ball, whereas if they are on the line of scrimmage. I am then shading down because I believe hard flats are a little bit better than cloud flats. I'm going to show you guys why here in a second. Like the difference between the cloud flat and the hard flat behavior. And then you see like these 5-yard hook curls. This mid read, if you're running stock hook curls, is the only thing that is covering the middle of the field. Now that it's on a 5-yard hook curl, it's going to be behaving more similar to like a standard hook curl. We don't want that because this leaves this entire middle of the field very vulnerable. So if you want, you could just put this onto a middle third, and now that kind of just plays and gets deep down the field. You can kind of bring him deeper, closer to the line of scrimmage because he'll still play these routes as he's making his way back into that deep zone. And then obviously we're going to be using any one of these guys. So this is the standard shell I like to run. I do mix in the Texas 4-man and then just standard pressure. Sometimes I'll shade away because, you know, if your opponent's getting out of the pocket a lot, slanting your D-line outside is going to do a good job of kind of containing him. But this is the way it looks standard. I'll show you guys and we'll just kind of use her and see what happens. Here we're using this drag. There's an invert. We're there. But this just generally speaking gets really good coverage. A lot of flexibility like I do like in my defenses and whatnot. Here I'm going to display the difference between cloud flats and hard flats. You can see on the left is a cloud flat. He's going to play that inside route and kind of check that inside route receiver. Whereas on the right, you see the hard flat is going to kind of shade towards the sideline a little bit more. Just generally speaking, I would prefer my cloud flat or my hard flat in this instance to kind of favor that sideline. Then, like I did talk about, you guys can mix in this Texas 4-man stunt. It does get significantly better pressure than just a standard non-stunted defense. However, it does really leave the outside scramble vulnerable, so I do suggest not spamming it and kind of just mixing it in and whatnot. So this is going to be the first setup that I'm talking about. I can really dive deeper in when I'm like doing these gameplays into the different adjustments I can make based off what our opponent's doing. But this is kind of the standard setup. You could also, like we talked about, change the zone drops and whatnot to kind of confuse your opponent and just make your zones play different things. So that's going to be cover 2 out of double mug. The next defense I want to talk about here is going to be this cover 1 hole. Very, very simple defense to run. Very, very easy. I'm going to show you guys what we do here in a second. Again, just on offense, we're picking a random play out of 5 wide. Here, I do like to leave this 3-rec hook closer to the line of scrimmage. Again, same concept in terms of whether or not we're stunting. You can stunt, you cannot stunt and just shade outside. It really depends on what you're doing. And then what I like to do is I like to shade my cornerbacks and safeties outside. And then with these 2 defenders here, I'm just switch sticking between them, trying to take away anything inside quick, and then hopefully, just hope that we can get some pressure. So like here, I'll switch stick down. I took away a post, and I took away a deep post by the switch stick. It's a really easy defense. There's not too much to talk about. It's just kind of man coverage and whatnot, and then you're just using anything, taking away anything inside. Man coverage is always really good. If you have good defenders, it's going to be tricky for your opponent. If you're mixing this in with these two zones and switch sticking, you can really like change up your looks and just ultimately get more stops. Again, there's really not too much to talk about in cover one hole in practice mode, so we're just going to move on here. And then finally, obviously, we're going to be talking about the mid blitz 0 here. We're going to hop into not 5 wide, just put someone else on the line of scrimmage. And then for this defense, what I like to do a lot of times, I talked about this previously in my videos, is blitz whoever's using the running back, and then just zone out one of the guys on the line. And as soon as they hike the ball, I'm running down, switch sticking outside. And you just generate some really nice pressure, some really fast pressure. You also can just run it stock. This is not a bad way to run this defense as well. Again, just stand in front of the center because you're going to generate some really nice pressure. This is me not doing the Texas 4-man stunt. That is also an option if you guys would like. Again, we can do this. Zone out one of these defenders. This is another look you could throw at your opponent. Just generate some really nice pressure up the middle. I do, again, mix this in because of whether or not my opponent is scrambling. Another look that I like to play at is just zoning up these 2 middle linebackers. And then you kind of have a cover one hole look where you're rushing the same 4 guys, but you just have different zones on the field covering different things. Mixing in mid blitz is a really effective way because it's just always generates some really nice pressure, can get your opponents into some second and longs, third and longs, and ultimately get you more stops in the game. So that's going to be the 3 plays. There's not too much to talk about here in practice mode, just some general setups that I want to go over. Now we're going to hop into the gameplay. If you guys want to get better at College Football 26, then I got something you guys definitely want to check out. Grindlab is essentially ChatGPT for anything College Football 26 related. Here I asked Grindlab what RPO plays do you recommend, and it returns 6 different RPO plays, all with the formation and a description of why it believes it will be successful. Here's another example of me asking Grindlab what are the best plays in the red zone, and again, it returns 6 different plays with the formation and a description of why it believes it will work. Here I'm going to do a live demonstration of me asking Grindlab what are the best plays to run against a cover 3 defense, and just like that, Grindlab is going to return 6 different cover 3 beaters, all with the formations and a description of why it attacks cover 3 so effectively. Grindlab also has a feature for you to upload your gameplay and you get AI-powered insights and coaching on different ways that you can improve your gameplay in College Football 26. Grindlab is currently a work in progress and free for everyone to use right now. I'm going to link it below in the description. Make sure you guys check it out. Now, back. All right, fellas, we are in the middle of my playoff run. We are in Heisman 6-1. College football semifinals, so should be some good comp. Top straight into it. All right, boys, set up for 3 on offense, unfortunately, but like we talked about with these adjustments, conservative, aggressive, conservative, and stock, we're hopping on 10-yard flats and 5-yard hooks. Never to double mug. Come out in Tampa 2, like we talked about, it's kind of our base defense. We'll go into the Texas 4-man as well. Play this middle third, make some adjustments, see what we got. Gotta be weary of the run on first down. Yep. We're gonna make that user tackle, but nice yards there for him. Tackle there. Just dive through the hole. Oh, dude, I thought I had it again. It's so annoying. We took away the 2 outside balls. He just has too much time there, but we were able to switch stick there and take away those 2 flat routes. That's something we had to keep in mind there. His first passing play of the game is kind of like a flood concept, kind of flooding that right side. So we might have to make some adjustments there. We are picked the wrong defense, man. But let's see what we got. Hop into a little pressure look here. Yes, sir. We got that A guy that we talked about. Just send the guy right up the middle. It's really nice. So here, 3rd and 19, we are going to hop into different flats here. We're going to play 20-yard, play 15-yard flats, and we could switch stick with, we'll go 10-yard hooks. Hop into this Tampa 2. We are still shading down. They should get down there. Pass commit here for sure. Watch anything quick, and then, you know, we just kind of adjust and. Alright, that's fine. Only got 6 yards there. So 4th and 19, we're playing the same defense we just played on that 3rd and 19. Pass committing. 10-yard hooks, 20-yard flat routes. If we get any type of pressure, any type of block sheds, there really shouldn't be anything open quick. Have to look at all these seams. No. That's why we adjust those zone drops there, because that wouldn't have gotten played with the way we were running it stock. That just kind of really shows off the versatility of the defense and really the power of the zone drops, and why I like emphasized like switching it throughout the game and whatnot, really just adjusting to what your opponent's doing. Here, we'll see if we can get 7 on offense. We're able to get 7 there. Nice little drive, nice 4th down conversion. Shoot some clock. Our opponent only has a minute left, so we see what kind of defense we can play here with a minute. 3 timeouts, but we should be able to hopefully get another stop and head into halftime. At least up a touchdown. So, see what we got. So now default in this situation, I'm going to hop into 15. We actually are in 15-yard flats and 10-yard hooks. I'm actually going to hop into 5-yard hooks. I think it's a little bit better here. We can change it if we see fit. But again, we're just hopping into this Tampa 2, kind of play off it and see what's going on. Tampa 4-man, shading down. No. Good run from him there. I didn't pass commit or anything, but he did catch me off guard. We are in hurry up, no surprise. Texas 4-man. Hop on this. Bring this guy over, kind of getting into the play or into the field. We're pass committing here because no way he's running this, right? That's crazy. That is crazy. Not gonna lie. We're gonna pass commit again. There is no way. Keep him in bounds. Can't believe he threw that. I mean, he pass led it in a way that I wasn't gonna be able to pick it, but I was right there with that route. I cannot believe he threw that. Good thing we did not pass commit there. However, we are gonna pass commit here. Get off the line. No, we got guys there. We got guys there. Don't be doing that. So it's 4th and 10 here. He's not really moving the ball too well, passing the ball. So, I mean, we're just not even going to change anything. Again, we're shading down. Got the Texas 4-man going on. Dude, he ran that. It's crazy. That is wild. I mean, hats off, I guess, but that's a crazy call to run that ball. 4th and 10. Like, he literally ran that. That's crazy, but we did hold him to 3. He gets ball, but I love the spot we're in. We're playing some good defense. Yeah, let's see. We got to get another stop. I think we will, so let's hop right into it. Mostly showed him our zone coverage look most of that half, so we are going to hop into this cover 1 hole here. He's in pistol, so I'm not going to run the Texas 4-man. Again, we're just shading outside, and we're using these 2 guys. He's going to run the ball. He's running the ball effectively. That is one thing. It's really hit or miss defending the run, but this is some great pass D for sure. We can just get a good user here. We should be able to blow something up. Just cutting it back. We need some pressure. We need some push from the interior, but that's not bad. 5-yard carry is not horrible for us. Dude, he's got to fumble that. Come on, bro. Now we're hopping right into our Tampa 2 again. Texas 4-man shade down. Middle 3rd. Oh my God, bro. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. He's doing nothing on offense. He's getting rewarded, but Can we get a fumble? He's taking all of these hits, man. What a joke of a drive. What a joke of a drive. We'll get a stop, though. Don't even worry about it. Bang, bang, bang. We score right back. Nice and quick. We got to get a stop on this guy because he's really doing nothing, man. He's really doing nothing. I think we will. Back out on defense here. I'm going to try and bring guys into the line of scrimmage more towards the center field because he is running the ball. Clog up these lanes like we just did there. I think if we take that away, he's really going to struggle because that seems to be the only way he's moving the ball. Shading outside here. He's running it again, man. Gotta take this away. We do have to take this away. So we are at 3rd and 8 here. First play of the 4th quarter. I'm going to hop into a mid-blitz here and try and get a little pressure. I'm not going to call the 4-man stunks. I don't want him scrambling out of the pocket. We are going to zone out both of our other DNs, to be honest. Thank God. Thank God. We had a little. I didn't want to click on there. I wanted the CPU to try and make a play, knock that ball out, because I think they have a little more success doing that. But everything was bottled up, man. Everything was bottled up. He's in normal Y off here. Yeah, we're going to call it Tampa 2. I think we're going to call it Tampa 2. Texas 4-man. Shade down. Get any type of pressure here. That'd be phenomenal. Looking to switch stick these 2 hook curls. Got some pressure. Got some pressure. Everything was bagged. Perfect defense. I knew we were going to get a stop on this guy because he's really showing us nothing on offense. Once we stopped that run like we talked about, he had nothing for us. Absolutely nothing for us. Score a touchdown there. A little crazy. We're going to score anyway, but a little crazy animation. Up 2 scores, 2 minutes left in the game. He burned 2 timeouts, so like we love this spot. We've played good defense this entire game. Anytime you get multiple stops in this game, it's hard enough. You put yourself in a great position to win the game. Again, in this situation, we're gonna drop the flats back and the hooks back. Still call this Tampa 2 because he's really, aside from running the ball like we talked about, he's had nothing. He's had nothing. We're shading down, playing this middle third, and we're just letting our switch stick, letting our user kind of take away what we can. We'll give him that all day at this point. He could do that all the way down the field. At this point in the game, that is perfectly fine with us. Want to switch this up here, so I'm going to hop into our cover 1 hole look with the Texas 4-man. We're shading outside. We're just using this middle of the field. That should not be open. It's a pick. Should not be open. It's a good adjustment there because that, I don't know how that would have looked cover 2, but we obviously had that man running down the field with him. Nice little adjustment, nice pick. That should just be game. That literally should just be game. Oh, hurts. That's unfortunate. We went 3 and out quick. We are going to punt it back to him. I'd rather him drive the length of the field again. One of the few situations in this game where I think punting's not the worst. Hopefully we just don't give up a return here. Just give him the sideline. Fine. Here is some more defense. Why not? See if we can get another stop on this guy. I think we displayed just how good this defense really can be. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. He's throwing in traffic there. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh no. Can't go for the pick there. But that's crazy though. You can't let him catch that ball, man. You really can't. Break it out. Oh my God, bro. Should have shaded underneath, but thank God. Thank God. That's game. That is game. We got, how many stops we get? 2 or 3 stops. Really a good showing from the defense, to be honest. He had that late drive that kind of padded the score a little bit, but it is what it is, fellas. All right, fellas, that's going to do it for the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, I hope I was able to accurately display just how good this defense is. I mean, like that's the highest scoring game we've let up for a little while now. 18 points, but 10 points, 0 points, 0 points, 3 points, 7 points. For the most part, I'm running double mug as the main formation there. We just kind of displayed it the entire game. But so if you guys can, like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want to see next. It's your boy Tether, and I'm out of here.